Hi, I'm Carmen Chammas. How is Sunday, the 2nd of April, going to be with the moon in Leo till 11 a.m. Universal Time, and after that it moves to Virgo. If you're watching me from the Americas, the moon will be in Virgo all day long. So how's it going to be? Let's break down this day. Starting with Aries, try to be as meticulous as possible. It can be a long day. Probably you have things to do, a lot of things to do on this Sunday. I think you can handle these things because you know why? Because the sun is in your sign and Jupiter is in your sign. So if the moon in Virgo was in some other month, maybe it would have been a little bit more maybe demanding, but I think today, Sunday, it's going to be quite fine, especially if you were born on the 9th, 10th of April. Planet Jupiter should send you the best of luck. Moving to Taurus, I think the effects of the moon in Virgo will actually help delete or erase some negative vibes that may or may not appear with the moon in Leo. So in all cases, I think you can have a beautiful Sunday. You can enjoy it. You can be very happy, and you really need to make amends. You really need to reach resolutions. Just a little note. Be careful when the moon is in Leo, because the moon would be in square. It would be squaring your sign, and remember that the sun is in Aries is not very helpful. So try to do the best that you can while the moon is in Virgo. You can be very lucky if you were born on the 10th, 11th of May. That's Venus talking. Let's move now to Gemini. Okay, so Gemini, this can be a fast beat day with the moon in Leo. That's fast and good. With the moon in Virgo, that's fast but not very smooth because of some interaction with some maybe family members or people around you. So you really need to be flexible. You really need to think twice before you say anything. I know that you want to say, you want to interact, but today is quite tricky. However, it can be a very nice day, especially if you were born on the 21st of May. Let's move now to Cancer. Cancerians, I think this is a beautiful day. I think the moon in Virgo and the moon in the moon in Virgo, the moon in Leo, they are both great for you. You can get the best of the vibes. I think you can be very successful. Everything seems to work or really fit its place like a puzzle. There's a lot of energy today. Remember that the sun is in the 10th house, so you have great energy. The moon will help you in both positions. So I think today Cancerians can make the best of this day in reunions and gatherings, but the effects of planet Mars in your sign may push you sometimes to say something that you don't want to say. So pay attention to that, especially if you were born on the 25th, 26th of June. Let's move now to Leo. Leo, this is a gorgeous day, beautiful day. The moon will be in your sign for a few hours in the early morning. You can catch the vibes, even though maybe you catch them maybe in the around very early morning. It doesn't matter. The moon then moves to the 2nd house, which is the house of money, the house of influences, the house of reactions. I think you can enjoy that. So today, I think it's a beautiful day for Leo, and it's a very promising, successful day. Don't look for trouble. It's not worth it. Everybody can be lucky today, especially if you were born between the 11th and the 13th of August. Let's move now to Virgo. Virgo, this day actually turns out to be a beautiful day. Once the moon reaches your sign, that will be 11 a.m. Universal Time. So at this moment, I think you can have the best of your time. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be splendid. So if you have plans to do, and you feel maybe a little bit lazy in the early hours of the morning, be patient, because everything will change. Everything will change to your favor once the moon reaches your sign. So keep your eye on the on your watch, on the watch, and watch that. Wait for the moon. Wait for the moon. Wait for it. Everything will be perfect. Let's move now to Libra. Libra, this is a tricky day because when the moon is in Virgo, everything will stand still. Things may get complicated. You may not like what what you see. You may not like what you hear. You may not like things around you because everything seems to be quite chaotic, not in place. Everything seems to be wrong. You may not feel fine. You may feel maybe irritated. I'm just giving you an idea. So what you have to do is be very careful, try to be very patient, and be the Libra that you're famous for. So you have to be very flexible and diplomatic. Otherwise, things will go out of control. Double check on everything. Moving to Scorpio, I like this day. Once the moon is in Virgo, everything seems to fall into place, the right place. I think you will enjoy it. I think you will like it. I think you will have great fun. So Scorpio, make sure or be ready actually for a long, busy day. Things will be quite busy with friends, with family. It seems to be quite entertaining. So enjoy to the maximum. Everybody can be lucky today, especially if you were born on the 25th, 26th of October. Let's move now to Sagittarius. I love the effects of the early moon in Leo. Then the moon moves to Virgo, so things may be a little bit quite weird or demanding, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe it's a family reunion. Maybe you meet someone you don't like. So you just need to adapt to the situation. There's nothing wrong with Sagittarius at this time of the month, at this time of the week, at this time of the day. You're quite well off with the Sun and Jupiter in Aries. So there's no problem unless you create one. Unless you are the one who create one. You can be quite lucky, especially if you were born on the 11th, 12th of December. Let's move now to Capricorn. It's going to be a gorgeous, beautiful day for family, for friends, for you, for work, for anything you want. Even if it's a holiday, this is going to be a beautiful day. Even if you're very busy doing everything, helping with everything, you will be very happy and satisfied under the influence of the moon in Virgo. So you can enjoy it to the maximum. Everybody will be lucky, all of you. Let's move now to Aquarius. Aquarius, I think this is a nice day. It gets better when the moon moves to Virgo. This is when things seem to be quite fine. This is when things seem to be quite easy and very helpful. I think you will enjoy this day, knowing that it was tough on you on Friday and Saturday. So maybe the few hours in the morning till 11 a.m. Universal Time, you may not agree with me, but then everything changes. So try to be patient and don't look for trouble because it's not worth it. Especially if you were born on the 20th, 21st of January, be careful. Let's move now to Pisces. Pisces, this is going to be a weird kind of day. It's mostly a holiday, but the moon in Virgo may look for trouble, may add some spice where spice is not needed. So pay attention to that, knowing that Saturn is in your sign, so you don't want things to get really exaggerated. You don't want that. So try to cut it, okay? Try to cut it out. Don't look for trouble, and if trouble looks for you, I think you have to be patient, and with a smiley face you can ward it off. You can push it away. Always flexible today, especially if you were born between the 21st and 23rd of February. Let's move now to born on the 1st, born on the 2nd of April. So for you, this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful, rewarding year. Super beautiful, very engaging, very resourceful, and very lucky. All you have to do is be kind of smart about it. What you have to do is build on something really strong. If there are some weak points in your life, like at work or maybe in school, maybe it's time for you to tweak something and try to tone it up to the best, because it's going to be a rewarding year. So basically, this is it. Wishing you all the best. See you tomorrow. Enjoy. Bye bye.